prepared yet.
You need to try and pick off the units as...
Look at the shields on the Mark themselves.
Oh my god, the drone's gonna take him!
Hey everybody, I am Artosis, he is Tasteless, but forget about that, just think about this. This is Nerchio right here in the bottom of Metalopolis. His opponent, Mana, he is in, well, I guess the left of Metalopolis, and this is the loser bracket finals. The winner of this goes on to the grand finals of IPL Season 2. Thank you for joining us. Tasteless, thank you for joining me.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be down here. I am so thrilled and honored to be casting this game. Oh, you know, so much on the line for these guys. Neither of these guys have had a massive amount of success in StarCraft 2 esports. We don't see these guys as major champions of other major events out there. So this game really means a lot to these two guys. You can see already the probe spotting that Overlord coming in here. This is huge. We've seen incredible games from these two guys. I really have to commend our Zerg player. He has impeccable late game, from what I've seen so far.
I'm loving Nerchio, man. I'm becoming more and more of a fan. You know, when I was watching him during the beta, he was not so impressive. Really began learning the game a lot more since it came out. But right now, this is a guy that deserves to be where he is, Tasteless. He has been just macroing like a hound, microing like a fiend.
Macroing like a hound?
Yeah, man, macro like a hound, man. They macro crazy.
Well, and let's not forget about Mana, too. I mean, Mana's a guy, you and I both competed against him in StarCraft 1. We know he was very good. But, of course, being a Polish StarCraft 1 player that he was, you don't get a ton of opportunities to compete or to prove yourself. So here he is now in StarCraft 2. He was a legend in StarCraft 1. He has a lot to prove. Now is his time. Can he do it?
Yeah, can he take that major title? You know, he came so close at DreamHack so long ago against Nama, but here he is. This is a huge tournament. IPL number 2, Tasteless. IPL number 2. The winner of this tournament has their name put next to Hydra. And
that is the greatest gift of all.
That's the greatest gift of all, as you say.
Well, going into this game, it looks like, once again, with this probe we have right over here, you probably will try to plant a pylon here, or at least delay the hatchery. Nice placement there. At the same time, we're back here in the Protoss' base. It looks like, it looks like he's probably going to go for some kind of tech.
Yeah, you know, I assume it's going to be a 3-gateway expansion with sentries.
Yeah, something like that.
But, you know, it could be something else. Mana has shown us some other builds. He did try to go quick Dark Templars one game. But you have to be careful, because if they know that's coming, it's not going to be nearly as powerful. It's going to be a lot harder to make all those resources put in pay off. So we see that hatchery is going up, speed on the way for our Zerg. Mana, misclicking actually a probe at that geyser, Tasteless. Oh, and now it's going in. He's
been listening to the cast.
Oh my god, how's he doing that through space and time? But he only has 2 probes on that geyser, so he's not going to get quite as much gas as he possibly could. And that Wallen becoming a little bit more popular nowadays as people are mixing in Roach Rushes a little bit more. Remember, everyone, the weakest part of your Wallen isn't the pylon, it's the Zealot. So having the pylon taking brunt of damage can be quite nice. I've seen a lot of people asking about that lately. Just thought I'd throw it in.
Yeah, it's a good thing to point out, because I could see a newbie guy looking at that and being like, oh, but the roaches can get over there and take out the pylon. Well,
it's easier to make another pylon
faster.
Yeah, it's easier to make another pylon than another Zealot as well, Tasteless.
2 gateways coming up, so it looks like it is going to be the standard 3 warp gate expand, where he slowly tries to push out, making a pylon down here and Nexus here, utilizing Force Field and its ability to defend a Protoss expansion so well.
Indeed, Tasteless, indeed. Now that probe hiding up there, very smart move. He can move that down later and see if he can spot any weird all-ins coming or something like that. Now, a Roach Warren coming up. In addition to the speed, we may possibly see some high-economy Roach Zergling aggression, and that's a nice Overlord, man. Randomly seeing that pylon. Mana won't be happy with that.
Yeah, and unfortunately his scouting, and you can see he cancels it. Yeah, his scouting probe kind of gone to waste now, because Mana was smart and, Nerchio. I actually had to click on it. You know, this guy is it's the idea that I'm not quite comfortable saying. I feel like I'm saying his name wrong. I'm sorry, viewers. I'm sorry, Artosis. I'm sorry, Nerchio.
That's all right.
Please forgive me.
I forgive you. And if I forgive you, everyone else has to.
And before every cast, I actually do this with Artosis. For these games, I go, "Are you sure it's Nurchio? Am I saying it right?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Nah, it's fine." I'm like,
And then Nurchio comes on and says that's not. And I'm like, well, kid, guess what? I'm Artosis. Well,
We already-
I
we
say your
already did
name's
this
the
with
way it's
Hydra,
said.
we changed Hydra's name. He's actually Hydra. We're like, well, it's too late. We've already
actually
called you
Hydra now.
It's too late, man.
Yeah. Now, another spine crawler coming up, but it doesn't look... Look at that, 9 drones on the way, so it's not going to be a Roach Zergling all in. But, in fact, that would be a strong move right now. I mean, against 3 Orchid Expands, we've seen high economy Roach Zergling aggression into a third base being one of the stronger moves. I like this, though, picking off a pylon with that Overlord, seeing it. That's just going to be annoying for Mana. He's going to, not make quite as many units. He's going to have to wait for that. Look at it, he gets supply capped, everything good.
It'll cause a little hiccup in his production. But, it's also important because that pylon there, that's where you want to warp in units down here during your rush.
Now, Mana is getting hallucination. He's really lucky in this case that Nurchio chose not to go Roach Zergling aggression, because that is like the greatest counter in the world to quick hallucination. If you are attacking with that, they have to use every force field they have. It gets messy. Sometimes you do too much damage to them. And then they don't have enough for those expensive hallucinations at 100 energy a pop.
And it was really smart of him, while he was going for the hallucination, to poke out here with the sentries and the zealot to make it look to any Zerg units that are out there as if there was going to be an attack. That way he makes more attack units. And this is why hallucination's so good. You make a fake Phoenix, you fly around the map, it's free scouting basically.
Yeah, it's very free indeed. In fact, that little move out did trigger 10 Zerglings, which aren't going to be overly useful, but will give some sense of security to Nurchio. And again, that's something that I like to talk about a lot, because people don't understand what it's like to feel safe with Zerg. Zerg is all about pushing your advantages, getting extra drones, getting less units. But having this, look at this, he's going to try a little harassment. I'm sure he won't stand there too long. Maybe kill a probe or two, maybe stop some mining, but he's definitely gaining information at the very least.
Well, he killed a few probes, and that is a little bit of an interruption. It did force the army to turn around here, which is really what you always want to do with a counterattack, is you want to be in control, or rather, you want to control where your opponent's army is going at any point in time. And once again, another hallucinated Phoenix. Also, the Robo is on the way here.
Yeah, off goes that Phoenix, and I love this. Nurchio does this all the
So
time
good.
against everybody. Doesn't matter the matchup, tasteless. Except probably not ZVZ, but in the other two at least. Delays expansion, sees when they're coming. Totally worth it. It's a nice thing to do. And the Phoenix going to see, oh, there's the third base. It's looking strong. And we're already at 100 supply against 73. Nurchio doing a great job getting ahead. 61 drones already.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's actually pretty crazy. And as you can see, even with the creep here, it's going to go away. It's going to take a few seconds, but sometimes buying a few seconds time is what you have to do to win. It's a bunch of little things sometimes.
Many times it is, especially as you get higher and higher in the echelons of pro gaming. Obviously this is loser bracket finals of IPL number 2, man. You don't get much higher than this.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. It's so exciting, too, to see IGN taking such an interest in esports and StarCraft 2. Show them some love, guys. Show them their support. And tell people to watch this tournament. The more people to watch, the better it is for esports.
That is definitely true, Tasteless. And if you don't want to ruin esports,
don't ruin esports.
Add us on Twitter. I'm Artosis. He's Call Me Tasteless.
We have the Stalkers coming out. And he's got to be careful because this expansion has not yet been put up. In fact, this is probably an inappropriate time for Mana to even be pushing out. He should have a cannon. He should make sure there are cannons around here. Then you can attack. You can't just attack and cross your fingers hoping that they won't counterattack.
Yeah, you're very right, Tasteless. In fact, he should be kind of zoning off the map a little bit. Maybe put an observer on the right side of the map to watch units coming and keep his units in a place where he can respond to both his natural and the third. The most important thing right now is getting that third base up. Well, it looks like he wants to take down the fourth of the Zerg, but I mean, you can't sit on 2 base fighting against 3 base all game. That's going to be something that Zerg eventually should be able to whittle you down on in a very long game scenario. So really, I mean, Protoss on 2 base is scary for a certain amount of time, but that time is come and gone. Mana has to get up his third now.
The problem is that in StarCraft 2, Zerg actually can get maxed so much quicker.
Yeah.
than a Protoss or a Terran.
Oh yeah.
And that's why Protoss has to get the third base up, because otherwise he's just not in a healthy place.
Indeed, he's not. Now the Roach is going all over the place. Another little Roach attack. Some good force fields. Mana picking off a few, and that's what you have to do, Tasteless. Just pick off a few Roaches here and there and everywhere. But Nerchio, look at this. Additional bases going up. Some Zealots being warped in. Nice move by Mana. If he can snipe this hatch, it will be quite a nice move. But a lot of Roaches coming very quickly with their Roach speed.
Nexus on the way. Back here at the hatchery. There's not enough Roaches here yet. It's getting low. It's getting really low.
And here come the Roaches, Tasteless. Those being taken out so
Oh,
quickly.
no, it's gone.
He saves that hatchery.
He could not kill it.
Yeah, plenty of hit points to spare. Going to take out that pylon as well. He was a little indecisive on there. The Roach is like, do I kill it? Do I not kill it? It keeps disappearing. Drones are moving away from it. I don't know. But anyways, Nerchio at 186 supply against 124. He's at 88 drones against 55, both multiples of 11.
This is actually insane because the bottom right side of the map, actually, I mean, if you were to split this map in half diagonally, Zerg owns everything other than the gold base, which you could easily get. Mana has not even managed to get an additional base up besides this one, which just now finished. It's not even, his probes haven't even been sent there yet.
I mean, you said it well, Tasteless. Mana is not managing to do anything quite right this game. I mean, Nerchio has so much. He's already maxed out against the 140 supply of Mana. And there's, I mean, the Roach is just kind of darting in, darting out all over the place.
And once again, Nerchio is just so good at making sure that his opponent's army is relocating. And of course,
oh my god.
He's going to get it.
Is he?
Actually, no.
He
right.
got it. And wow,
That was close.
That was indeed. And Mana cannot be feeling very good right now. It's 179 supply against 140. Greater Spire's on the way. A ton more Roaches on the way. Nerchio really abusing the immobility of Mana's forces. Mana should have made a wall at that third, but now he's just sitting on two base, attacking across the map. I don't know how well this is going to work, but a beautiful little counterattack. Great thing for Nerchio to do right now. In fact, Mana for a second turns around and then goes back, realizing that that's the worst thing he could do.
All right, it's all up to this one attack, and I don't see it working, but let's see. I mean, crazier things have happened in StarCraft 2. We have the Stalkers of 3 Immortals, several Sentries, and a very small number of Zealots coming here. He might be able to supply block the Zerg temporarily. But actually, I say that he's lost so many Overlords and there's still 200. I don't know, I guess he just spends all his extra money on Overlords.
Yeah, I guess he does. Not a bad move, as that happens a lot to late game Zergs. And those Roaches still in there doing damage. In fact, the Robo is no longer powered. We have 6 Broods on the way, a lot of Zerglings as well. And I mean, it's an okay army Mana has, but he's stuck at 146 supply against the max Zenio. I mean, I was going to call him Zenio because Nerchio and Zenio, both amazing Zergs, wizard names, but look at this, all these spine crawlers coming up, and beautiful force fields.
Nice force
Holy wow.
Yeah, this is pretty good, but you know, the problem is just that he's going to lose this. He's going to lose his army eventually. He doesn't have enough.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to snipe these Broodlords, and he may in fact snipe them all, but a lot of Zerglings out here. Immortals not so good against that. And if Mana loses all this, I mean, look at his...
That's basically GG.
Yeah, his supply is plummeting, Tasteless. Look at that, 80 against 140. Mana's sitting on 2 bases, only one of which is mining. He has, somehow killed this base over here while we were watching that battle.
This has been just an absolutely insane series here, but unfortunately for Mana, I can't emphasize how dead he is.
Yeah, he's pretty dead today. So 69 supply to 144. He's making another gateway and a pylon with 1 mining base. I mean, a 2-base Zerg holds a 1-base Protoss, Tasteless.
Well, this just goes to show you he wants to win it so bad. I mean, the IPL is so big, so much on the line here, and, you know, he's just hoping for a miracle right now, but even a drone has been brought in here to battle this. At this point in time, here's what's going on, guys. He knows he's won.
Well, Tasteless, that drone, don't underestimate it. It might be a Mulan drone. Who knows?
Who could?
Just because in current days Zerg armies don't want drones with them doesn't mean that they can't somehow cause an avalanche that destroys an entire Hun army.
Well, there you go. That's actually a great way to put a positive spin on a game. It's basically already over, Tez.
Well, we have some more Broodlords morphing right now. This is going to bring him up to quite a few broods.
You know what's funny, if I can just mention this? He just never really utilized his pylon. He
No.
utilized the one that he made down here, but there's so many moments he could have warped stuff in to kill off those drones and stuff.
Let's take a look at the unit tab, by the way. I'm not going to read the Zerg one, but 50 probes, 1 observer, 17 stalkers. That is not very much
There they
compared
are.
to the insane army that is coming at him right now. Ouch. It's 200
Yeah.
supply against 85 tasteless. I think that we
I'm
have
not a
our
gambling
player.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I think this is going to be the end here.
Ooh, 6 DTs on the way. I don't think that those can... Oh, they're being made into Archons. I mean, I guess so. Why not? But it looks like Nurchio, man, has truly outplayed Mana in this series.
You know, the only game that was a little bit disappointing was game number 4, and it wasn't because of the strategy that he used. It was because he used that strategy on the map that it doesn't make any sense to do it on. But, you know, he's a guy that knows how to play a solid late game. Watch for this guy, guys. This is one of the best Zergs I've casted.
Certainly, he's just
Easily.
put on quite a great show. And now going after Mana's army, this could be the final battle. In fact, if it's not, I'll be insanely amused. A lot of stalkers just falling down. Way too many Zerg units. Those DTs are shredding things tasteless, but it doesn't matter because there's just too much for Nurchio. He is never not going to be maxed.
And now we see him turning around. I guess he wants to go grab an Overseer, since these DTs are dealing a lot of damage to him.
The Broodlords even running from DTs. That's how scary they,
They
are,
are
I
scary.
guess. And I have to say, man, this has been quite a series. I've been quite happy to cast it tasteless. I think we know one of our finalists right here.
Watch for this guy, guys. By the way, it's been a real treat for you know, to commentate these games for you guys. You know, we do it from our Artosis' apartment, but it's been a lot of fun, and we want to thank the IGN guys again for, you know, supporting esports and
Making a great tournament.
yeah, making a kick-ass tournament. And also, please, if you get the chance, check out our shirts at thehandsomernerd.com. We got some new great ones out there, some esports attire for our nerds that we love.
Indeed. Nerds like Nurchio
Nerdshio.
and
He's
Monerdia.
a handsome Nerdshio.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Well,
there's just so much stuff in here.
no, I know. Mana's dead. He knows it. I mean, he's trying to rally somehow. But even Archon's Tasteless will not hold up to Mass Roach Broodlord.
Only the
and-
casting ones.
Very true.
Only they.
Well, this has been a wonderful set of games, and GG. Nurchio moves on to the grand finals. Thank you all so much for watching. Signing out.
We love you.
Tasteless and Artosis.